Alright, my name's Jeff Berg, deckhand on the Triton here, and I'm going to show you how to fillet a calico bass. We have a nice 14-inch calico bass here. And the first initial cut you want to make here is you want to start with a angled cut right behind the head. We're going to start with that guy. Lift the fin up there. Get that fin up and out of the way. Get a nice angled up towards the head with it angled back towards the butt. One slice. You get that first initial slice. Now you want to take the tip of your knife and get it in that first slice there and angle it back. And we're just going to follow the backbone all the way back. Start that first initial cut. Get that knife right against the backbone there and just take a slice all the way down. And you'll feel your knife sliding right along that backbone there. All the way back to the tail there. Then you want to have a nice flip. And there you go. And you can see you ride the backbone all the way to the back of the fillet. Now once we get to this stage, we want to take the ribs out. And the way we do that, we're going to start right there and take another angled cut. Take those ribs right out. Nice boneless fillet there. Now we're going to skin it. And to skin it, we're going to start at the back of the fillet here. Get our knife started. Now when you're skinning it, you're not necessarily slicing. You're just kind of moving the knife. You're not really cutting. You're just kind of sliding it along there. Let the knife do the work. You're not really putting any pressure. Just let the edge do the work. And of course, with your skin patch, you got to make sure you have a 1-inch skin patch on the calico bass. And that's all she wrote on that one. Now we'll do the other side in real time there. So you start with that first angled cut. You get that. You start your first cut there. Now you just ride that backbone all the way back to the fillet there. Get that flip. Cut those ribs out. Nice boneless there. Start at the back to skin it. And remember, you're not cutting, you're just sliding the knife there. Cut that 1-inch patch, and that's all she wrote. Nice boneless fillet there. And we'll do the yellowtail next. So with the yellowtail, it's basically the same concept, but instead of riding the backbone, we're gonna ride it a little bit differently. So the same initial cut is the same. You flip that fin up, angle your knife towards the head, do that first initial cut. Now this is going to be a little bit different from filleting the calico bass. We do that first initial cut all the way down. Now we go to the belly side here. I'm going to do it a little bit backwards to show you on camera. And you cut all the way to the butt there, opening up the belly. Now once we get that, now normally you would be doing it like this, but I'm doing it to show the camera here. Normally you'd have it like this, but to show the camera here, we're gonna flip it like this, and you're gonna start your cut right here. Now you remember with the bass how we were following the backbone, same concept, but you're following the backbone on top. You're following the top of the backbone there. See the fins? You just follow the fin line all the way down the fish. All the way down there, just like so. All the way back to the fillet, back of the tail, just like so. And now we'll do the other side, but from this one we're going to go backwards. We're going to go from the tail to the butt. So you do a cut here, and like I said, normally it's the other way around, and it's a lot easier on you. Do a cut there. Now just like the top, you want to follow that fin line all the way down to that other cut there. Now once we get it's separated from the fin line there, we'll come back to the top, and this is what's called tracing. When you're tracing, you're following the backbone, but with the tip of your knife. So, if you can kind of see here as I peel it back. Just peeling the skin back here. I'm just taking my knife and just going right along the edge of the backbone there. You can see now that I open it up, and you can really see that backbone there as the meat separates from it. And you just keep coming all the way back. You want to go all the way to that hard spine there. Take it all the way down to the spine. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we take it along that fin line, and we're just going right along that spine there. You can see it again there on the underside. So we have the fish traced now on this side. Now we're going to do the other thing on the other side. but we'll do it in real time here now. So, first initial slice, nice angle towards the head, and now we'll come to the back. First cut here with the tail, and now you're gonna wanna follow that fin line again. I'm just doing it on the back side here. Go all the way up, and now we're gonna reach for that spine there. We're just gonna go right along the skeleton, all the way down to that deep spine, along the middle of the fish there. Just taking the edge of my knife and just going right along the fish's bones there. You can feel your knife bump against the bones as you cut it. Now we'll do the same thing on the bottom side. We're just feeling right along those bones there. Now, we have the fish separated from the bones on either side. That the fish is now traced. Now we're gonna separate the fillet from the main spine there, the part where we stopped cutting at.
Hold that right there. Let's give it a close up on the...
Yeah. And you can see there that I took the meat all the way down to that big spine there. That's very important. If you don't do that, you're gonna have a very hard problem on the next step here. So remember, you wanna do that on either side of the fish. Now, once we get to there, we're gonna take the meat in the back by the tail, grab it with a good handful here, and we're gonna cut back towards the tail. We're separating the meat from that big spine there. And if you see here, I want to zoom in on that, you can see that big spine I've been talking about. That's what we're gonna that's the only thing connected to the fillet right now. That big spine and the meat. So we're gonna go along that spine and separate the fillet from the skeleton. So we grab the tail here with your hand, and you're gonna feel the knife bounce along the spine as you go all the way up to the head. So here we go. Now watch my knife, you'll see it kind of bouncing a little bit. That's me separating it from the knuckles along the backbone. Just keep doing that all the way forward there, and then there you go. You got your yellowtail slabbed off the skeleton. We'll do the same thing on the other side. You get right up against that spine, grabbing the tail with your hand, nice tight grip, and go all the way to the head there. Just like so. See there, we got a nice clean fillet there. Now, to take the color out of the fish will be the next step. You want to separate the spine from the fish. Very easy, just a simple pop of the hands there. Now we got the spine separated, we don't need that. And we'll be taking the collar out of the fish now. The collar is the meat right around the neck area. So, the first initial cut with that is you're going to want to cut on the bottom. Basically like you're bleeding the fish. You cut all the way down. So I've separated the fish now from the gills. The collar's separated from the gills. With me so far? Now this is the hard part. We're going to take our knife and you gotta cut towards the tip of the head there. Now once you get there, this is a very difficult part. You gotta use your muscles. Turn the knife, you kind of push through it there, and you can see as I separated the meat from the head there. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. It's gonna be a little difficult. You gotta use a little ump there. Get in there, turn the knife, and that's how she wrote. Separate it, pull the guts out, give a little slice here, and you got a nice collar to put on the barbecue there. Now, once we got the collar separated from the fish, now we're gonna fillet the slab. Clean up our surface area here. Now we got our slab yellowtail. First initial cut is gonna be separating the ribs from the fillet there. That's easy, just like the bass. Get a nice good grip on the fillet. It's gonna take a couple slices. You got the ribs separated from the meat there. Now we're gonna skin the fillet. And remember what I said earlier with the Calico Bass, you're not really cutting, you're just kind of moving the knife. Not much force, you're just sliding the knife. Sliding the knife is all. And there you go, that's skin. We'll flip it around and we'll do the other side. Now this is how I normally do it, but for those of you at home, you can leave a little skin patch on them too. But on the sport boat, we like to do it like this. It's a little bit quicker. But that works for DFG if you want to just do something like that. Now, it's the same thing on the other side of the fish, but now I'm going to show you guys how to remove the belly meat from the ribs. So, to start with that, if you look at the belly meat, there's a rib line. That line right there is the rib line. If you take your knife and do a cut right there above the rib line and slice down, you'll feel the knife against the back of the ribs. And just like before, when we're skinning, when we're filleting, or when we feel that bone, same concept. You feel the ribs, you feel the bones, and you just slide right along those bones. Once you get that, you have a nice boneless belly meat there. Perfect for the sashimi. And all we do, skin it. Remember, we're just sliding the knife there. Some prime time sushi fillets there. And now we'll do the other side in real time there. Nice grip on the fillet. Cut those belly meats out. Couple slices there. We'll do the skinning right in the middle. Go all the way down to the skin. Turn your knife. You're just sliding along the skin and the meat. And for those of you who are cleaning them yourselves, you can give a little cut there. Leave a little skin patch. We'll do the other side. Now we'll do the rib cage. Remember that rib line right there? We're going to follow that rib line. We're just sliding right on the back of the rib cage there. We got that. Now we're going to come back here, get rid of the skin. And there you go, folks. Calico bass fillet, yellowtail fillet. Come on fishing.